goals, passions, dreams. My guests will help inspire you to find your true calling. They will be sharing their success stories as well as their journey. So watch me on Trending with Suyo. Hi everyone, today I have a special guest with me today. It's a very familiar face. If you recognize NV Mika, that's who I have on today's episode. Mika, say hi to everybody.
Hi, how's everyone?
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Thank you so much for being here with me on Trending with Suyo.
Me.
So everyone knows you as NV Mika. You're a photographer, uprising photographer in our Tamil community. I have to say, when I first saw your work, I was just like, damn, like it's a, first Tamil female, I think, right, in our community.
I think there's a few of us. Yeah.
Really?
Few, yeah.
Okay, I have been really, like, nobody really stood out to me, but you did. So I was like, okay, this girl's doing really well, and she's, I really got to bring her on the show. So I noticed that not only are you doing photography, but now you started with Nayaka design.
Yeah.
Okay, so why don't you tell our viewers what exactly that is?
So first off, we are a South Asian clothing line, and we are vegan and cruelty-free. So where that comes from is our products do not come from any animal. There's no animal harm or cruelty in the process of making our saris and blouses and everything else. So yeah.
That's really different. Like, I've never heard of, like, a lot of people are turning vegan, so it's very popular right now. So I'm glad that you've kind of touched on to that. But like, that's such a different idea, like cruelty-free vegan saris. How did you come up with the idea to even start this?
Honestly, I was just gonna like sell saris to begin with, and blouses, because people usually ask me where I get my blouses from, and from there I was like, okay, why not? And when I kind of stepped into that route of looking into it is when I went vegan. Okay. So I was like, okay, if I'm vegan, I'm not going to wear the silk sari. So how can I be a hypocrite and sell that? Okay. So then I started looking into other fabric choices. And that's when I found like, this line of cotton and then a line of bamboo cotton. And I was like, okay, so we can actually produce these vegan saris. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's kind of just how it came on. Like,
so where do you get all these saris made? How does, like, it's not just you doing this, right?
Yeah, like I run it, but I have people who make the saris.
Okay, so tell us about that.
Yeah, so the brand is based out of Sri Lanka, which is kind of odd because people are always like, sari brand, you should come out of like India, it's cheaper, it's this, it's that. So our brand is out of Sri Lanka. Okay. And when I say Sri Lanka, it's mainly out of Vanni. Okay. And so basically post-war 10 years, a lot hasn't changed back there. Mm-hmm. There are still people who are making little to nothing and leading, like, they just have like tough lives, right? Okay. So I went there and I met these people, and one of the really cool things that happened down there is there was like this NGO that went down and ran these courses for females in these areas, in these kuti kuti gramams, and it was for like, like sewing and making like different kinds of things with your hands, like, and like one of it being weaving saris. Mm-hmm. So when I was there and I kind of like just came across these women, and I was just like, this is really cool. So most of these women are women who have lost their husbands or do not have husbands, and they have children, like small children, and they just try to make a living off of it. So right now they're working with the program that kind of just initially started it. Okay. And they make these saris, or they make whatever they make, and they kind of sell it to them, and they get whatever they give them. So that's when I met the woman, and I was just like, do you like want to kind of come on board and do this for me? And they were like, yeah, for sure, So our saris are coming from Vanni, and they're like a group of girls. They just sit and they make these saris. They weave it for us from scratch, our designs, And then we have a group of like another set of individuals who make our boxes, since our boxes are also like cruelty-free. Everything's like earth oriented. So we have like ola pattis, and those are made out of another group of women who are also like post-war, all of that. And then our stitching is done by like another group of people, and the woman who leads it, she also like her family's like underprivileged. She doesn't make enough, so she does stuff and whatnot, and they're all from Vanni. So yeah.
So these are like hand painted.
Yeah, they're also hand painted, right? Okay. So that's done by students, and they're again women who just like come out of school and like don't really have like a root a future. So like they're artists, right? So there's this one girl who just came on board, and she paints her saris, and and they're all like. The other thing is the paint is like we did test it for it to be cruelty free, and like from brushes and everything, like we make sure our products are completely cruelty free.
Wow.
So yeah.
So if I wanted to order one of these saris, what's the process?
So you can go online on naikadesigns.com and you can place your order there. So we do release our saris collection by collection.
Okay.
So once the collection is sold out, you have to wait for the next collection to come on board. So we don't sell too much of the same thing.
Okay.
It's still unique.
How long does it take for my sari to arrive?
Within 2 weeks, you get your sari.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you donating to anything?
So right now, the saris are being made like this and whatnot. But with our proceeds, what we are doing is for every sari that is sold, we plant 2 trees. So we're running this program, and during the summer you'll see it on our Instagram page, and we'll be having these like, local events where we go out and plant trees, and you can come join us, and we're gonna like hit our target of how many trees we're gonna be planting. So you can see like a meter on our website of how many trees are getting added up.
Okay.
And so that's one thing that we're doing, and we want to do a lot of like initiatives to give back to obviously a lot of sanctuaries and that kind of stuff, but we're still in the research of like what we want to do exactly and try to like figure it out. But yeah, definitely.
Are you looking for anyone to help out with the team, or do you want any volunteers, any viewers that are watching?
Yeah, for sure. Like, please come on board and help us like plant trees and do things. Like, we're gonna have like awesome activities, like all about like, going back to the environment, helping out with the environment and animals, and that kind of thing. So like, yeah, please do.
Okay, so tell us again your website.
Yeah, naikadesigns.com.
And we can find you on Instagram.
Yes, we're on Instagram.
Any other social medias?
For now, that's about it.
Okay.
Well, like I have my YouTube channel, so you can like kind of see stuff on there as well.
Okay. And are you still working with your photography? Like, is that something that you're still going to continue, or is that just set back for now?
I'm still continuing it.
Okay.
So it has been a little slow because of this. I haven't been taking too much, but we're still doing it. Like it comes in, we have bookings, so we just still go out, shoot.
So people can still book you for your photography.
Yeah, 100%.
What's your page for your photography?
nvmika.com. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll link all that on below so you guys can find Mika. But are you going to link your photography to?
So right now, yeah, like I've been shooting pretty much all the shoots for Naika. So we also keep our shoots 100% cruelty free. So that comes from like the makeup that the makeup artists do to the hairstyling, everything. We make sure all the products that we use in the shoot are cruelty free, just to kind of get that awareness up. So it's really cool when we connect with models and makeup artists, and they're always just like, I can try this out. Oh, this is kind of new, and it's like it's really cool. So yeah. So
that's really neat because, like I said before, a lot of people are going vegan.
Yeah.
So when you're not just touching on one thing, like you're doing like, you've changed yourself into being vegan. Your saris now, your shoots, you're saying the makeup products you're using, everything is. So it's nice to be on board with a team that's like all rounded.
Exactly. And it's great, right? Because like I feel like our community is slowly making that switch. And even if they're not making the switch, they're aware of it. They're consciously aware of it. And they're trying to make little changes to their lifestyle or just to accommodate other people. Like there's no reason a makeup artist has to accommodate me, but they're just like consciously making that switch and being like, oh, okay, like maybe I don't want to use this product for this shoot. So it's really cool to see that.
So what's in future for you?
I have no idea. I don't know. Like I just kind of want to like travel the world, do things, meet people. I think it's more about like building experiences than anything.
What about for the brand itself? Like what do you see or what do you hope to accomplish with this in the future?
For this brand, definitely I want it to be like every girl owns Naika sari. Like that's kind of what I see it as. I obviously want to help more people to come on board because like the place that I went to, that small little village, it was only filled with so much women, and I can only help so much of those women. But how many more of those do we have in Venni or Jaffna or wherever it is, right? And like how many more people can we actually start targeting if the brand grows? How many more people does it help? How many more families does it feed? So that's kind of what I kind of want this brand to come into, or like that's the only way we're going to establish what's like happened back home,
And how can like people get involved to help you build this? Like, if there's anybody watching, like, do you guys need more money, the funding? Like, what do you guys need to make, to grow this business?
Honestly, I would say, donations are great, but when you're gonna waste your time and donate to me, just go donate to a sanctuary. If you really want to help us, buy your product. Because I feel like people should know that it's not about getting free money or money as help. It should be that I'm doing this work and now I'm getting paid for it. And that's the concept that everyone needs to understand. Even the people there, right? Like, they're not begging for the money. They're simply doing something and receiving money as a payment. And they understand hard work pays off. And we kind of have to build that culture, because especially in Sri Lanka, the one thing you see is a little of the developed areas, people have this like consumption that they don't have to work, or they're going to get people from abroad sending them stuff. So, and then you see people in like really, really like underdeveloped areas working so hard. Right. So like, that's the mentality we have to push. You don't want to donate. You want to make sure you create opportunities for people. So yeah.
That's nice. That's great. What did you see back home that really like blew your mind, or something that really changed the way you saw things? Was there any experiences or any encounters that you faced?
A lot. Like, there was a point when like the brand I didn't think that it was going to go through. Like I had a couple of like people that kind of dropped out and things like that. So when that happened and I was kind of stuck, all I remembered was there was these women, and I saw hope in their eyes, and like they have children, they have really small children, and their husbands like left them, like they had no reason, and they just left them. And no matter what happened, they still push on every day post-war. Like, they've already went through all that traumatizing experience during war, and they come out of it. It's been 10 years and they still fight so hard to put food on their plate. And it's like, how do you do that? Like, we get so traumatized over something so small that happens to us, or like we have a bad day because someone sends us a really bad DM or something like that, And there's people who go through these things and they struggle, and yet the only thing on their mind is, I'm going to push through and I'm going to like make money to put food on my plate. And when I saw that, I was like, the struggles we face is nothing. Like nothing.
Yeah.
So that's what makes me want to like push on every day.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Mika, for sharing your story. And thank you so much for doing this. I hope that you get a lot of, great feedback and a lot of help. I definitely think you will after everybody sees this episode.
Thank you for having me. Like, you're doing a really good thing. So yeah.
Thank you so much. Thanks again for being here on the show.
Thank you.